Welcome back. With us now is Dr. Majid Sadeghpour. He's a human rights activist and the political director for the Organization of Iranian American Communities out of Washington, D.C. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
A few moments ago, we heard from Brad Sherman, congressman from Sherman Oaks, member of House Foreign Affairs, who believes that by taking out this Iranian general, we have united the Persian community, the Iranian community, against the United States, despite the fact we saw these massive protest demonstrations just last month. Do you agree with that?
Well, let me answer it this way. The Iranian people are in a much better place with this criminal having been eliminated. The Iranian people are confronting a regime that has for 4 decades been at war with them, has been increasingly at war with the international community. And Qasem Soleimani represented the Revolutionary Guards as one of its most senior commanders, was in charge of Iran's terror network inside Iran and the Quds Force outside of Iran. So his killing weakens the Iranian regime and its terrorist operations irreparably, and by definition then helps the pro-democracy movement within Iran.
What evidence do you have to support that?
Well, first and foremost, look at what Qasem Soleimani has done. From day one, he was involved in an Iraq war, sending children of Iran, little minors, to the front lines to clear the minefields for the Ayatollahs in Iran, perpetuating an 8-year war that nearly cost the Iranians 1 million lives. In addition to that, Qasem Soleimani has had a significant role in persecution of people of Iran. Mind you, the Iranian regime has executed 120,000 Iranians, our best and brightest within Iran. And Qasem Soleimani, as one of the more senior commanders of the IRGC, had a significant role in that. And then let's move on to the international community. Apart from the IEDs and the killing of the American soldiers in Iraq for nearly a decade, Qasem Soleimani was primary person, the head person in the massacre of the Syrian people. So nearly 500,000 people executed and killed, children bombed to death, schools bombed to death in Aleppo, in Damascus, and beyond. And then move on to Iranian dissidents he has persecuted outside of Iran, the Camp Ashraf attack, where 150 plus have been killed.
Has that litany been lost in this debate?
I think so. I think what has been lost is the plight of the people of Iran, that this person had a significant role in the 500 people who were killed in Iran just this past November.
Right, but we look at the demonstrations, as far as the eye can see, the
Which demonstrations?
Yeah, the protests against the American action in the streets of Tehran and other cities in Iran. You know, plenty of political commentators believe that we have united the Iranian people against the United States.
What you saw, them bringing people to the streets of Iran in buses and so forth, and demonstrating some sort of a widespread support for Qasem Soleimani, is literally a charade. It is, in reality, the people of Iran are witnessing a weak regime that has no answer for its populace. In addition, what we see in the international community should see that the Iranian people have an organized opposition movement led by the National Council of Resistance of Iran that is really, by regime's own admission, is leading these protests. And this is what is our way forward, that the people of Iran want the international community to pressure their oppressors and by definition then empower their democratic aspirations.
So to those who say, including 2 members of Congress, that the United States is not as safe now as it was before this airstrike on this Iranian general, that we now have jeopardized U.S. lives?
What I say is that if the regime in Iran is weakened and is removed, international community in this country and me and my children in this country are safer. And by this action, the regime Iran has been weakened, and by definition, this country is safer. And the Iranian people have a brighter future and are more capable now of seeking an end to the IRGC and the Ayatollahs who have been massacring and killing. And to this day, 12,000 of the protesters are sitting in jail and possibly going to be executed. These revolutionary guards that Qasem Soleimani headed needs international terrorism to demonstrate hegemony in the region and inside Iran.
How does this all end?
Killing Soleimani weakens that hegemony and empowers the people of Iran.
Dr. Majid Sadeghpour is a human rights activist, and with the political director for the Organization for Iranian American Communities.